Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Indie Zone podcast. My name is Kathy. On the afternoon of April 4th, 2025, the day before the marathon oral arguments on the multiple motions in Limine the state and defense filed, the defense submitted a notice of filing the defendant's Exhibit D, as in David 1, in support of objection to state's notice of intent to use, IRE, that's Idaho Rule of Evidence 404B evidence. This has to do with the traffic stop of Mr. Kohberger on August 21st, 2022. And although the ticket from that stop, which was for a seatbelt violation, has been released to the public, the body cam has never been released. And this is one of 4 traffic stops of Mr. Kohberger that occurred from mid-August to mid-December 2022. It's the only one of the 4 where body cam footage has never been released to the public. The second stop happened when Mr. Kohberger was stopped by a Washington State University police officer in Pullman, Washington. And then the third and fourth are the infamous 2 stops in Indiana that happened in December of 2022, within approximately a half hour of each other. On December 15th, when Mr. Kohberger was driving with his father from Pullman, Washington, across the country to Monroe County, Pennsylvania. So what the defense did the day before the hearings was state, here comes now Brian C. Kohberger by and through his attorneys of record, and hereby submits Exhibit D, as in David 1, video of traffic stop in support of their objection to the state's notice of intent to use, IRE 404B evidence. Copies will be hand-delivered to the court at the hearing on April 9th, 2025. This is dated April 8th, 2025, signed Alyssa G. Massoff, attorney for defendant Brian C. Kohberger. So we learn here that the defense actually hand-delivered a copy of this August 21st, 2022 traffic stop. If you watched the hearings on the 9th, you will learn, and what had also had been stated in the filing was that Mr. Kohberger was detained by a Latah County Sheriff's Deputy, Deputy Darren Duke, on August 21st. It was late evening, 2022, for a suspicion of speeding, but he wasn't written up for speeding. He was written up for a traffic violation of not wearing his seatbelt. And during this video, we learned, although the public has never seen it, but the attorneys have described that Mr. Kohberger was having a conversation with the officer, questioning why he needed to turn over his telephone number, which was one of the things that the officer had asked for. He had some questions about the seatbelt, apparently things of this nature that, again, the public has not had an opportunity to watch because it's been withheld from the public domain. Again, the only one of the 4 traffic stops that have been. So we're going to wait for Judge Hippler's ruling on this matter, if it will be permitted to be entirely presented to the jury, if it's going to be stricken from being presented to the jury, or if it will be presented to the jury in some sort of a redacted format. And also be curious to see this traffic stop in its entirety when it's released to the public. This will now conclude this episode of the Indie Zone podcast. My name's Kathy. Thanks for joining us here today.